one older one and I guess one newer one. The older one, I'm making sure to read more often because there's a lot of really cool people who are leaving town, and this is called Swamp, and I guess this will be my effort to show them that Florida's okay, sort of, kind of. The stumps of young elms truncated for highway safety mark the paths of the dead past beauty mark hills and puddles hastily promoted to lakes. Every patch in this quilt of a state looks the same. Every interstate, just another gray hair in the beard flowing off the scowling face of America. Florida. Graveyard of New York. Here I sprouted, with roots tied down to ghostly subways, while the collapsing spines and raisin faces of countless grim teachers puckered into themselves under the flatline frequency of a daytime TV sun. They come, as my parents came, to sink into the earth of a land whose constancy captures the permanent fiction of their youth in a snow globe, full of nothing but melted snow. This is the land of true grit, ground to black diamonds, where hurricanes named for pleasant Christian children drop 140-mile-an-hour trees into your glove box like the parking tickets of the gods, where intolerance cuts through the spin like a hole punch on a ballot, where yes, you are to the rest of your country what your country is to the rest of the world. But they can all take turns on the peninsula, because in Florida, the roots grow strong enough to choke even the plastic flowers. I have heard the gray noise of Miami bass bouncing off the satellite dishes of a billion mouse ears, nothing but chorus screaming, I dare you, be louder than this. And my friends and I, we have learned from the Seminoles, and we are betting on the house, where we hunker down together, waiting on the wave that will turn our windows into an aquarium. And on that somber day, we will toast the killer whales, swimming free down Orange Blossom Trail. And the tourists floating by, if they listen very carefully, may hear us singing love songs to the sunshine. Something funny? I hope so, because I've only got like, yeah. I hope so, because every beer I drink, I forget another poem. Yeah, no doubt. Meant to be. I thought I wasn't going to have to read this again. This was a one-off joke, and then I saw the subject of this poem was in the news the other day, again, doing an interview, because it won't go away. So it's 15 minutes or almost up. This might be the last time you hear this. This is called Charlie Sheen Awakens to Find a Note from the Leprechaun Mafia pinned to the severed head of a Shetland pony at the foot of his bed. Dear Charlie Sheen, top of the fucking morning. You'll forgive us for letting ourselves in by the chimney, and we're hoping you can spare an eye over breakfast for a bit of light reading. But straight to the point, we have grave concerns about your ability to pay what you owe. Do you know how many wishes it takes to keep a show like Two Cunts and an Arsehole on the air? We doubt it. We're full aware how many sheets to the wind you were when you signed our contract, which is curious, because in most other walks of life you're very keen to bargain. What you've traded your looks for some marvellous and vapid trim, your family for drugs, even your dignity for fuck all, as far as we can tell. But before you go making any more bold trades, you may want to consider yourself this, Charlie. Who run Bartertown? You think it's the Jews that own Hollywood, do you? Well, we know you're not so fond of them, but by your own cliché, you must admit they know a risky investment. Whereas our sort, we have no great need for gold. Why, we're simply dedicated fans. You Hollywood people, why, you're brilliant at fantasy, and we just want people to have their fantasy. In a safe place. At home. In a box. Where they needn't go out looking for it. 'Tis no great secret, we hate to be caught, but it's a funny thing about those first 3 wishes, eh? You all end up wishing for the same shite. Money, fame, women. It's enough for most. But some just can't stop wondering what's on the other side of the rainbow. And when your wishes lead to more wishes, as you well know, Charles, that's when the bargaining begins. In case you needed any more reminders about the length of our reach, Hollywood is full of bastards like you, Charlie. So just keep on looking up. Reach for the stars. While you're staring, we'll be right down here in the tall grass somewhere outside the mansion. Behind that fire hydrant, perhaps. Taking full and pleasurable advantage of your lawn jockeys. And if we have to come after you, Charles, you'd best hope you're a fucking warlock. When me boys come butting heads, we aim for the first heads we can reach. See how many goddesses you have worshipping at your temple with a crooked shillelagh, eh? But enough unpleasantness. Why, we'll even spot you one more wish, Charlie, because we like you. And so does most of America, Saints know why. So go on, have your fame back. Go on out there and win yourself another award. Just do us a wee favour. When you get up there on stage in front of all them wankers, don't forget to thank the little people.